Alright, y'all boys, let me be very quick. First of all, thank you for watching. Let's go. Second of all, this video goes through the first 2 weeks of really
my initiation of being inside of a mentorship. And then it goes through after I had discussed to you guys in my last video about my first client meeting. He didn't end up buying, but it was a really cool experience to learn and see what it's like to get my first client phone call where I actually pitched him. Next, it goes through a little bit of a rough part that I had where the doubts had followed after the meeting. I had the expectation, putting it all on the line, hoping that he was going to sign him. Didn't end up doing it. Anyways, you'll see that. And we also see a little bit of a middle point, but this has been filmed over the last week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. So, lastly, ends with a phone call with my mom. And she actually owns a business. They're a medical equipment business. Now, they already have an established presence in the game. They've been in the game for a while. Years and years and years. Now, they lack online presence, reviews. Their Google business page is not set up properly. It's not updated. The website has some few tweaks that I can hop in on. Social media, like I said, there's no social media being posted, so there's opportunity there.
I can't wait to show you guys. I've been building this. This has been my goal of every single day. I've been pouring my all into it. I will continue to film along the way. I understand the production is not the best. Don't get me wrong, that's not very important to me right now. It will come though. It will. I will keep providing value. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll respond to every single one. I promise you that. And I'll respond to my fullest capability. I love y'all boys. Thank you for watching. If this affects one person in the slightest positive way, I will have achieved my goal. Thank you boys for watching.
Alright, y'all boys, just had the first client meeting. Bro did not buy, except I have learned so much even leading up to the call. I'm only 25% of the way through the course, and I still feel like there's so much more for me to learn. So that in itself excites me entirely. I'm grateful to have gotten the rep in. Can say, honestly, I was a little bit nervous on that first call, but I know that comes with the first one. I ate that up, dude. So, moving forward, I am going to build out my website, and tomorrow I'll get my EIN number, be able to link to the payment processor. That was great. I learned a lot. I tried not to yap as much. It was my first rep, so I did my best at explaining as much as I could. The call lasted about 15 minutes, less than that, and I'm grateful that it lasted that little because I don't want to waste his time. I don't want to waste my time. So we're better off just not wait though. I'm genuinely excited to provide value. I truly believe that this system is a vehicle in which I can really just provide the greatest value that I can. And yeah, I'm grateful for the process. My best, staying consistent. And I look forward to looking back in a couple months, hopefully, thinking that I'm a lot further than I am today. And I know that if I spend time every single day focused, I'll be a lot further than I am today. Sir, you are betting all on yourself. I love this process though. It's a fine line of letting it get to you and just keep pushing forward. It's like you could either let it get to you and fall off the beam, or you could just stay on and accept the fact that you might fall off. And honestly, like I said, I love building this. It excites me to think about presenting such a value to other businesses. Just wanted to share with you guys that it really is not all sunshine and rainbows. I hope, I believe, looking forward or looking backwards, months from now, I will know that just by sticking to it and checking off each 1% off the list, I'll be further than where I was yesterday and where I was the month before. I know that. I have to constantly check in with myself to make sure that I'm not avoiding something, to make sure that I'm actually doing productive work, not doing busy work, just to feel like I'm doing any work. I feel like I have this obligation. I can't leave the seat. I can't leave my place. I can think too, and I really lose track and forget, let the stress get to me. That's when I gotta remember the fact that I said I was going to do it. There's so much value to provide on the other side, and there's value to provide for anyone that watches my videos. So right now, I'm building the website. I'm going to get the offer in place. I will then create a video sales letter. I'll create rooms. I want to make sure that my system is really set up before I onboard and get traffic going. And at the same time, I was on a call with another person who's actually in the mentorship. And I was talking to him. He's a few more weeks into this. He's like, so what are you going to do now? I'm like, I got to do the website. I got to build the offer. I want to watch more of the classroom videos just to make sure I'm learning and I need to know. And he's like, well, what do you not know that you need to know? Like, well, I need to master. I don't really know. I need to master. And he reminded me of the fact that it's important to check in with yourself every day, all day, every day. And sometimes you really don't feel like you're going anywhere until you look back at day one and say, wow, you really have come far. So, genuinely, can't wait to look back after this and say, wow, you kept pushing, dude. You made it happen. I know it's going to be worth it. I can't wait to pay back friends and family with interest. And I can't wait to pay back myself. Get back to work. Yo, boys! Today is Sunday, March 15th, and yes, we did get cooked a little. Yeah, look at my eyeball. It's like kind of red when I look away. I was at jiu-jitsu yesterday, and this big-ass dude, actually the guy that I pitched to, there was no animosity, I promise you. It was just a regular Saturday. And we were rolling, and I somehow scratched my eye on the gi. And the gi is the uniform, if you don't know. It's the uniform. You probably have seen it in karate. It's probably the most familiar to you. So, my eye got a little cooked, and I didn't even notice in the moment with adrenaline pumping. And I wake up this morning. I felt it last night, but I wake up this morning and it was gnarlier than it was yesterday. But it doesn't hurt, so. With that being said, now a great update. I've been working tirelessly on this project. Each day has been more fulfilling than the day before. Although it is not easy whatsoever, I promise you that. I forget. There was one moment now that I had the inspiration to film a video, so I kind of do it right now. I realized that I have to relearn each and every single position of the business by 1% if I want to see any sort of long-term growth. I'm narrowing down each section, and I forget how long each section actually takes. For example, there's building the website, right? So some people might have had someone build the website for them. The way that technology is these days, it's too easy for me to ship it off to someone else. It's really just prompts inside of an AI like ChatGPT or Claude, and then you take that prompt. Basically, you would ask, what should I prompt lovable? Some people might use, I think there's base something, a company named base something. I got an ad on YouTube. When I'm on YouTube, I see their ads. It's the same concept as lovable. You put a prompt in, and the AI will actually put your idea to life, organizing the website exactly how you want it to. Get this, you can actually take someone's website, and you can copy it in, and you can say, hey, I want it to look like this. Instead of the alternative would be coding, and I mean, even drag and drop is nice. Yeah, this is like having someone in front of you that can do drag and drop, and just telling them what to do. Very helpful. And as I'm making my website, I'm realizing how I want it to look, how I want it to walk the customer through, not just a simple book call to actions like that, because most of the people that come onto my website likely have no idea what it is that I'm actually going to do for them. So I'm trying to upload videos. I'll likely create an account for that business. And if you want to check out my website right now, just to see what it looks like, see what I'm talking about, all of it was made inside Lovable, which is like, it's insane to me. So if you're someone who's looking to start a business, or if you actually have your own business right now and you kind of don't like your website, I would check out my website just to see the flexibility that the app can actually use. QuickTaskSystem.com. QuickTaskSystem.com, no plural. Go search it up, check out my website, you can see I'm on there. You can see what I started, what's been taking me a little bit. It's been a few days of work, I would say, and I'm navigating it pretty well. It's a lot of work, it really is stressful, overwhelming, and if you really have the goal to, where's my book, like I said, achieve, as I mentioned in my other videos, this is a little journal for me. It contains really my plans to success, and what does that mean? It's got the exact person I want to look like written down in detail, the kind of demeanor I will have, definiteness of goals, meaning I have a definite amount that I will achieve. I also have a definite way of achieving that amount, written in plan. Very useful for me as far as a North Star. It's like a compass for me, a moral compass. And I take it everywhere with me, to be honest. I take it even to jiu-jitsu class. I'll just throw it in my bag, just to remind myself that my goals are always with me. There's no separation, as I am, like the words that are written in this book. I already am, if that makes sense. So, like I was mentioning, if I really want to achieve everything that I've written down in here, I have to become a great person. I am becoming a great person, and there's this deficit. I mean, not the deficit. There's just this difference in character, difference in habits, things that I have done in the past that won't lead me to where I want to go in the future. This is very helpful with reminding me of that fact. And there's a million different reasons I can pitch it to you. First and foremost, you need definiteness of purpose. You need to write it down. You need to come back to it every single day. And what this does is it constantly puts into your subconscious auto-suggestion, reminding you that this is the script that you will follow. Because our brains work a lot like computers. We are accumulated pieces of information and experiences. With that being said, definiteness of purpose is essential. I feel as though in my life, when there was no definiteness of purpose, and I would say, oh, well, I really don't know yet because I'm still growing up and I want to see what life is going to bring to me. That was like my mindset, was that somehow in some way the universe was going to just show me how I was going to do whatever I wanted to do in order to become the person that I wanted to become. Long story short, it took me about a year and some to realize that you got to start exactly where you stand today. There's no other way. You're not going to stumble on that next venture. You really have to is to let you know exactly where I'm at, or not the moral, but basically the moral. So I realized I got to study every single part of the business, and I got to do it great. I'm chasing excellence. I'm not trying to sell you a product that I'm not going to stick with, and I believe that if I'm going to provide you something, I need to provide you with the greatest value that I am capable of providing, or else I'm just not, I can't back it. It goes for every business model. It goes for why I feel like I'm a shitty employee when I work in anywhere. I worked a job at Target. I worked like a serving job as a busboy, and I was not a great employee because I couldn't back what I was doing. I didn't resonate with it. And therefore, I guess the only way out was for me to take this fat-ass road of entrepreneurship. So, with that being said, each part of the business, I want to know exactly the most that I can possibly know from someone who's done it before. My great mentor, Alex Hormozy. This dude has been so helpful as far as getting me through the road. Doing it with a crash course of, for example, me doing the business and like spending $5 grand on paid ads without having proof, or working up sales scripts that I came up with in my mind. I literally called someone. I was like, hey, do you want more sales? She was like, dude, I don't know you. Who are you? I'm a marketing agency. Dude, fuck you. Get off my phone. So with that being said, took me a fat minute to come up with a great script for myself. And I'm realizing now I actually have to memorize the script, so I'm going through this exercise where I have the script written down, and I'll read it out loud, shade out a word, read it out loud, shade out a word, read it out loud, shade out another word, until I have covered everything. Therefore, I will then remember it. With that, as a very important point, you must be able to breathe your script. You must be able to breathe your script. I don't want to sound like a robot. That's not my goal. Hey. Hey, John, my name's Max. I'm calling you from Quick Test Systems. Actually put together a quick demo site for your business. Get the fuck out my phone, bro. Alright. I actually can't wait to put all these videos together. It'll probably take me a couple of days to edit. I can't wait to achieve the first client, and likely, let's say likely, next time we talk, I will have let me finish this off by stating my goal. By the 1st of June 2026, I will have in my possession $10,000, which will come to me in various amounts from time to time during the interim. In return for this money, I will give the most efficient service of which I am capable of rendering the greatest possible quantity and the greatest possible quality of service in the capacity of a founder and seller of software as a service products designed for business owners who suffer from lack of time. I can see it before my eyes. I can touch it with my hands. It is now awaiting transfer to me at the time and in the proportion that I deliver the service I intend to render in return for it. I'm awaiting a plan by which to accumulate this money, and I will follow that plan when it is received. I can just hear Hormosium in like the back of my brain. This guy's saying these words. Bro, just do the work. Alright, boys, see you soon. Okay. Inside the movie? Yes, in the ambulance. That's insane. Wait, so you have the pictures of it, right? Well, it's pretty shitty because only I would know. I'm looking for it, and then I go back and I rewind. So those are the words in the picture, but I literally zoomed. Oh. Okay, wait, I added this image too, Max. This is the woman in the movie. She's in the ambulance. So are you gonna look at it? Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, so the first image is a closer up, so look at the second one. That's awesome. Honestly, that's awesome. No, isn't it? Do you see her head? Yeah. That's the NCE handoff. Okay, that's really cool. Written down in writing about that. It's like we can only leverage it because that's really cool, and that's something that people might even lie about to say that you know what I'm saying. This is like that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, no, people. I can see my competition, the check them out. They would lie. Yeah, and I mean something that's awesome is the fact that you are American made. Well, they're not. They're Canadian. Oh my gosh. I talked to somebody today. Posting content that is absolutely agreed on by you, using the content that you had agreed on in the past and the content that's already on your website, mixed with the content that you already have just sitting in your brain. We combine that, and then we push on the things that already work. So the Facebook was pretty good. What has worked in the past too? LinkedIn. I think I was looking at your LinkedIn, and I was like, it's not. I mean, you haven't posted on X. Like these are things that we can post on, and we can build that brand that you want. Like, especially YouTube, right? It just like that would be really cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. And that's not something that's impossible. Nowadays, it's absolutely put on post. We want it to be like planned out and consistent. So each month we're pumping out content, and then at the end of the month you're looking back and you're seeing that the work has been done, and it's not like everything's just working in the warehouse. We're like just wrapping up loose ends basically. Right. And then it's expansion. That's why I just halted and stopped. I mean, I'd rather not do any posts than have those dumbass shitty posts. Yeah, and yeah. I would rather not put one post up here in March of 2026 and then not do until June. That's useless. Exactly. And I mean, like I said before, the ideas have been made. The discussion about the audit that I have later. We'll wrap that up, just talk a little bit more about the social media, and then I want to ask you about the password so I can get into the Google page, or you can also make me something where I can log in and do it. But I'll try to get the instructions ready for you, so then we can get that done. How awesome would it be as my first testimonial, my own mom's business that I grew up in, taking that company from here